Hey everybody, welcome back. So doing a pickups video, because actually some of this stuff, because my last pickups video, I think I actually, by the time I edited it and got it up, I think I'd already recorded it like almost a week prior. So obviously even since then, like stuff came in, and then there were even other things that obviously have come in since. So it's been like actually a couple weeks technically. So I figured like, all right, before I get too far behind, let me kind of play catch up here, including one thing that actually came in a while ago and I completely keep forgetting to include it in a video, and that is this LP version of the Alan Howarth Live at Hollywood Theater. And as some of you know, this is actually like the CD of this I got a couple years ago, and absolutely I literally listen to it all the time. In fact, the funny thing is, when I'm driving somewhere, and I'm like somewhere I haven't really been before, so I'm trying to listen to like all the directions and everything on my phone to avoid getting too like anxious or anything. I usually I'll have something on that just is like familiar and it keeps me calm and everything. So I put actually this album on, and it just kind of keeps me sort of level-headed, so I can go and get where I'm going, and everything. And it works every single time. So actually, as much as I just absolutely love this album on its own, the fact that it even has some sort of like emotional support for me on some level just makes it all the more special. And I didn't even know that there was an LP version of it. And because I love it so much, I actually found it, and it wasn't that expensive. So just real quick, here's the front, and just here's the back. It's kind of very simple. And actually, I would love to have Alan Howarth sign this. So hopefully I get to meet him again someday, because I would love to have his signature on this album. All right, and then one more thing before I get to the movies, because this actually came in. Almost forgot I had ordered it. I think I just literally forgot about it until I got the shipping notice. And that is actually this little pop figure of Vito Corleone from The Godfather, which some of you know, one of my top 3 favorite films of all time. And I think I pre-ordered this like I don't even know when. I mean, I have a couple pops, but it's not really something I actively collect. The only thing I like about them is that they're so small that you can kind of put them on the shelf like next to the movie or something, which is what I'm thinking about doing with this. So you can see there's him kind of sitting in the chair with the cat. It's like it's a pop figure, but it looks nice. And just there's this side of the box with a better look at it, and then there's the back. As you can see, there's a couple other ones you can get. A Michael Corleone when he's in Italy, so he's got the bruise on him, and a Sonny one. Anyway, just a fun little thing. So, all right. So there's the pop figure. Now let's get to the movies. So I got a decent amount of movies here. Let's see, what order do I want to do them in? Let's start off with the one like main studio one, and that's the movie Edge of Tomorrow, the new 4K. I don't know, new. I think it's actually been out for a while now, but I finally got around to getting it because it was on sale during the Prime, the Amazon Prime sale. It was like super cheap. So just real quick, there's kind of the cover of it. And I'm glad they have the Edge of Tomorrow and not just the Live Die Repeat thing, which I think like the Blu-ray had, and it was just like, well, wait, what's the name of the movie? Like you don't even know. And then just the back is kind of just, sort of standard fare. I think this is actually a really great film. It's kind of one of those where, like, it easily could have been just what the premise is, which is, in essence, it's like Groundhog Day and sort of more science fiction based kind of thing with, like, an, alien invasion and everything. But it's done so well, and it actually has, like, a pretty good, it really kind of gets into the characters quite well. So it's like, it starts off actually much like Groundhog Day, where it actually starts out where it's just very, very humorous, and then it kind of gets a little bit more serious as it goes along. So if you've never seen it, I actually really recommend it. I think this is actually an extremely underrated film. let me do this one real quick, because I've actually already made a video on it, and that is the John Carpenter Live Behind the Scenes documentary Blu-ray, which I got from the John Carpenter store website. And there's the back of the case right there, some cool images. And as I said in my video of it, obviously this is it's just fun to have. It's not that long, it's about an hour, so it's a great companion piece if you have the concert Blu-ray, or if you want to get both. I'd actually recommend it if you don't already have the concert one. And again, what was cool about this, which again took me by surprise, is the fact that because one of the things that they were recording was obviously the Chicago show, which was the one I was at. I actually pop up in this a couple times, very, very quick. It's not like in it that much. It's like a very quick like soundbite and just a couple like B-roll shots kind of scattered throughout. But still, it was very, very cool that happened. So if you haven't watched it yet, definitely go watch my video on it. And let's see, the next one, which is another one I got like super, super cheap, is the Prophecy collection, which is like, it's 5 films. And there's nothing special about it. There's a front, and then there's the back, which basically just shows the 5 titles. So it's the Prophecy, Prophecy 2, Prophecy 3, The Ascent, Prophecy Uprising, and the Prophecy Forsaken. I think I've only seen actually the first 2. I don't think I've even seen the third one. And, you know, I kind of wanted, I know I've read that the transfer, especially at least on, I think the first 2 or 3, isn't that great, especially the first one. Because I think even though it is HD, I think it goes back to like the DVD. Like it was a master that was done for the sake of the DVD, so I think it has like a lot of artificial sharpening and things like that. But like, I don't know. Again, it was just so cheap. I think it was like less than $10 to get all 5 or something. So I was like, I'm gonna grab it. So next, I got a couple things from the Criterion 50% off flash sale. Flash sales only last like 24 hours. If you miss it, as well, you know, don't forget that in November, for the month of November, Barnes & Noble also has a 50% off Criterion sale, and that includes everything, even stuff that comes out in November. So that's usually the times when I stack up, is during the flash sales and during the Barnes & Noble sales, which they usually have twice a year, November and July. So let's see, which one should I do first? Let's do this one because I just have no clue. I don't really know too much about it, and that is the Jack Clayton film, The Innocents. Now, I don't know why, but for some reason, like this, as I was, you know, adding stuff to my cart, like this was recommended as a film for me, and I was just, I don't even know anything about it, and I think it's just a very kind of moody, atmospheric piece, because like, what is this from? 1961, and I love that it's black and white scope, so it should actually look pretty gorgeous. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen it. Let me know. I mean, it was kind of this is obviously a blind buy for me, but for some reason there's something about it that just sort of stuck out. And just real quick, here's the packaging. See right there, there's the front, and there's the back, basically just text. I mean, it's very simple, as the Criterion stuff usually is. Obviously comes with a booklet, and then there's the disc right there. And let's see, next up, another Blu-ray, and that's the film Exotica. Now, I saw this film a long time ago. I remember, actually, I think initially I wanted to watch it for probably the wrong reasons, because, like, I thought Mia Kirshner was, like, gorgeous, and I was just like, oh, she plays a stripper? So, of course, I want to see it, you know, it's like, but it's actually really, really good. It's an early Adam Egoyan film. Maybe, I don't know if it's his first film, but it's one of his first films. Anyway, so this just came out on Blu-ray, if I'm not mistaken, so I had to pick it up, and there's the front, which is actually a very interesting cover. And there's the back. I mean, again, just text, you know, usual Criterion. And just real quick, here's, you know, booklet that comes with it and the disc right there. So it's been a while since I watched it, so looking forward to revisiting it and seeing Mia Kirshner again. All right, so the next two are 4K releases from Criterion. Next one is the new 4K release of David Lynch's Lost Highway. And this is actually in one of their, like, cardboard packages. So you can see, just real quick, there's the front. And again, there's the back with all the details, but it does, whoops, other end, it does slide out. Let's see. So as you can see here, there's the front of the insert right there, and there's sort of the side with the title, and the back right there, and it has a booklet. I'll get to that in just a second. Let me just open this up. So here's the inside image here, and then here's the 4K disc and the Blu-ray down there. I think the Blu-ray is the same one that they put out already, and then again, just one of their booklets. Happy to have this in 4K. Actually, I haven't seen Lost Highway in a while now, so looking forward to revisiting it. Next up is one I really wanted to get, but it's like there's a part of me who's just like, just wait for a sale, because I'm sure there's one coming up. And it's a film I absolutely love, and that is Brian De Palma's Blowout, the new 4K release of Blowout. Such an amazing film. If you've never seen it, I highly, highly recommend it. Design basically is very similar to the Blu-ray that they put out a couple years ago. As you can tell, there's the front right there, which I think basically is kind of the same image right there with John Travolta, with, you know, surrounded by all the film stuff. And there's a side with the title, and then finally the back with all the details. The inside, which actually I should give you a better picture of, but here's the 4K disc and then the Blu-ray on top of it. And again, I think the Blu-ray basically is the same one that's been out. And it comes with a booklet. Now, the cool thing about the booklet, I mean, outside the usual, you know, write-ups and everything, but especially if you know the film, it has this recreation of the article. Has all like the film frames, which again, if you see the film, this actually makes sense. But as you can just see there, I just think that's actually really, really cool that that's in there. And I think it's the whole, yeah, see, it's the whole thing, like all the frames, just like in the movie. It's just a nice little bonus. And for those of you who kind of pay attention to the production office in the film, there are posters kind of in the background, like along the walls or stuff, and they're not made up. They're actually like real posters, and they include some of them. And these are actually movies that, you know, obviously we know. Incredible Melting Man, you can see Boogeyman, Empire of the Ants, you know, Without Warning. Like, there's stuff there that, you know, they're real films, and they're ones that we know. Again, just a cool, that's actually one of the cooler booklets. Anyway, really happy to have this in 4K. I can't wait to revisit it. Some of these I'm not going to actually check out just yet, because it's October, at least when I'm recording this. So, you know, a lot of this stuff I'm waiting until November. I want to enjoy my October as much as I can. Now, I did get some stuff from the Scream Factory Shocktober sale. I got part of it in already, but I'm still waiting on the rest of it. And honestly, I was going to do the stuff I got in already, but it's only a couple things. I think I'm actually going to hold off, and once I get the other stuff, which hopefully is soon, because one of the things I actually want to get signed by somebody pretty coming up. So hopefully that arrives soon. And then I'll do a video just on everything that I got from the sale. Speaking of sales, I actually took advantage of the Diabolic DVD Arrow sale that they had just a few weeks ago, and I have been holding this on, holding off on getting this for the longest time. I was like, finally, I got to the point where I'm like, if I'm gonna get it, let me get it now because the price is perfect. And that, of course, is the Shawscope box set, Volume 1. Obviously, Volume 2, at least for us here in the U.S., they actually come out to December, so that we don't have to take advantage of it, getting it during November. I saw what you did there, Arrow. Now, there's already been like a ton of unboxings of this, but I will just kind of go just through it just real quick. So first off, it's got this really awesome booklet that kind of goes through like each film and everything. It's got some nice pictures and write-ups and everything. In fact, let me just, here's just a good example. I mean, look at this. It's, got the original poster artwork, the credits and stuff, and a bunch of write-ups on it, some trivia. I mean, this thing is just amazing. Oh, some nice pictures, actually. Look at that. I mean, Arrow always, God, their booklets, and I hate to say that because it's like there's so much more to them than that, are just always amazing. They're like mini books, I really should kind of call them that. And then obviously the main aspect that has, obviously all the movies in it. And what I like about it is that it's kind of similar, where it's like disc 1, and it shows you, all the details of each movie as you kind of flip through and everything. So, which I like. It's just nicely laid out. Yes, it's the sleeves, but they're not as bad as some of the other ones. Even though they are sleeves, but I know it's like my pet peeve. But still, it's actually still such a nice design that they did. And of course, one of the cool things about this set is that it came with, is it 2 CDs? I think it's 2 CDs that has a bunch of the music from the films, which, again, as a soundtrack collector as I am, that was like so awesome. So I am really happy to finally get this set, because again, I've been holding it off for a long time, and I'm really happy that this finally came in, or that I finally picked it up, and I didn't wait any longer. Struggling to talk today. And then finally, I decided to save this one for last, and that is the new Universal Classic Monsters Volume 2. I don't think they actually call it that, but basically, technically, it's Volume 2, 4K set. Obviously, they released the first set, last year, which I've said Dracula, Frankenstein, the Wolfman, and the Invisible Man, right? Am I blanking on what the fourth one was? And then this, so then now they came out with the other one, which has The Mummy, Bride of Frankenstein, Phantom of the Opera, and Creature from the Black Lagoon. Obviously, Creature from Black Lagoon is not, it does have the 3D version on Blu-ray, including the set. Obviously, it's not in 3D and 4K. And even though, yes, it is the dreaded sleeves kind of stuff, but still, much like the Arrow set, it is nice. Again, you got the poster artwork and stuff, and just, nice picture, just lists the bonus features of each film. And of course, you got the 4K disc and the Blu-ray as well. So again, here's Bride of Frankenstein. You can see right there. In fact, let me go back and just kind of show you the Mummy real quick. Sorry about the glare there. Hopefully you can see that okay. And actually, the first page just had those two great images there. And then there's Fan of the Opera, which you can see right there. And then finally, Creature from the Black Lagoon, again with the poster and the special features listed there. So, I mean, obviously, I, really want these in 4K. So, obviously, I was going to hold off and get this, like, during a sale or something. But I actually because, like, it actually dropped for, like, a decent price. And I saw it on Best Buy. And I still had, like, some coupons to use at Best Buy. I think one of them actually was even about to expire. And I'm like, you know what, why don't I just go ahead and get this? Like, it's like, yeah, probably could have waited a little bit longer and probably even maybe saved a few more bucks. But I was like, I really, especially again, it's October and everything. I really have been wanting to revisit a lot of the Universal monsters lately. And it's just like, yeah, let me get this, and just kind of get it, and I have it. So that's it for this pickups video. Again, the Scream Factory sale stuff, I'll wait until I have everything, which hopefully will be soon. And also, my Videodrome should be shipping from Arrow, the 4K one. So, now granted that could take like 2 weeks as it has to go through like customs and everything. So I don't know, we'll see when that comes in, but that's definitely one I'm excited about once it finally comes. And hopefully soon my Vinegar Syndrome stuff as well, because that'll have, of course, the new 4K of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, which I can't wait to watch. And I've also gotten actually a couple Star Wars things. I know some of you guys aren't really as interested, so those are, I think I'm going to get more into that like next month kind of thing, and those will be separate videos, for those of you who aren't as interested in Star Wars, but because I know some of you are, so I decided like I'll save that and I'll start have it like separate videos for some of the Star Wars stuff. So let me know if you've gotten anything recently as well, and as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.